everyone, this is Tricia and welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be making something that I've been craving. So today my husband and I went to run some errands. We get up, kind of early. Well, he did earlier than me, and we met up for breakfast, and then we ran around and got some potting soils and things like that because I have 3 rose bushes that I need to plant. Last weekend my parents went shopping at the nursery and they were going to go looking for rose bushes, and I said I have been wanting some rose bushes. I want a yellow and I want a pink one, and well, my mom decided to get that for me, and she called me and I said, well, give me a yellow one for sure. She said they were $10. I said I'll give you the $10, but she ended up buying me an extra one because she said she was giving it to me as a gift. So then when I went to go pick them up, they had a few of them there for me to choose from, and well, of course, my second choice was a pink. So my mom said, well, grab 2 of them. You wanted one, and I'm getting you an extra one. So I went ahead and I picked. They didn't find a yellow one. The yellow one they found had a little bit of it was yellow, but then it was turning pink, like a salmony pink. Really pretty. I liked it, so I said, well, I'll take that one for sure. And then, well, I liked the pink one because she said, take another one. But then my dad ended up giving me a 3rd one because he had another one that I actually liked all the ones that they had gotten. But he ended up giving me an extra one. So I have 3 rose bushes, and I've had them out there. My husband's watered them, but they were blooming, so now the flowers have died. So I was out there kind of removing the dead flowers, but we need to plant them. But it's really hot out right now, so we decided to just relax after our little errands. We went and had lunch, and we ordered a big old large pizza, and we decided, well, we're going to save some of it for dinner. So we already have our dinner right here. Then we were like, what are we going to have for dessert? Well, I had a craving, and as you can see here, it was a fruit and sweet craving. So what I'm going to make is a Mexican fruit bowl, and I think my husband is going to go out there and try doing some digging, but I'm going to go ahead and prepare this in here for you guys. So this is sort of a food video, but not really. It's kind of just a little vloggy bit. It's just a little extra thing that I'm doing. So I'm going to go ahead and start cutting up some of this fruit, and then I'm going to add some of these candies. And let me explain to you the Mexican fruit bowl. It's all fresh fruit. You cut it up, put it in a little bowl or a little cup, and what we like to add to it is chili, like a chili sauce or sugar, chili, salt mixture, and then this item called chamoy. And I'll read the ingredients to you because I'm just as confused as you may be. And then you add whatever little candies you want to it. Now the fruit that normally goes into it would be watermelon, jicama, melon if you want, but the most popular are pretty much like watermelon, jicama, mango, and papaya. Those are the main, most popular ones. And then there'll be like pineapple, melon. I'm gonna add some grapes and some cucumber to mine and some lime. So here I've got, this is called a little honey pineapple. Isn't it cute? And I was gonna get canned, chunked pineapple because, I just wanted some fruit. So, but they had these, they were $1.49, so I went ahead and I grabbed one of them, and I was told that if the leaves comes out, easily, which the other ones that I was pulling out were, like this one, then it's ripe. So I grabbed that one, and I grabbed a personal size seedless watermelon. Now, I really wanted, the regular kind of watermelon because that's always a little sweeter to me. And one of the things that I also was told that the more yellow spotting that it has, the riper and sweeter it will be. So I always like to look for a watermelon that has like lots of yellow because that means it sat on the ground a little longer before it got, harvested. And these little small seedless ones, they don't really have much of that. So I don't know how good it's going to be, but I'm going to be cutting into it anyway. And I'm going to actually make the bowl out of this, but then I'm going to use the watermelon also. I got a cantaloupe. If you don't like cantaloupe, you can use honeydew. Honeydew would be great in it. I also grabbed a big old mango, and I hope it's good. It's a little bit soft, not too mushy. And I got a cucumber because I also want to add that in there. And I like grapes, so I'm going to put that in there. Got to have the lime. Now, as far as my candy is concerned, let me finish that grape. I wanted all these little Mexican candies, but I wasn't gonna buy too much because it's really just me. But I'm thinking like any extra fruit, I'm gonna call my sister-in-law, see if she wants to come pick it up. So I need it. Well, let me start cutting things up first then. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move my fruit over so I can get a cutting board and a plate where I can start putting the cut up fruit. This is gonna get messy. And I need a knife. I got my napkins, got a towel right here, just in case. Everything's clean. I did rinse off and wash off all my fruit already, by the way. So this is ready to be cut up. So I'm gonna try and cut this down the middle. Okay, you guys, so the rose bushes that we want to plant, my dad advised that this is seedless and it has seeds in there. Look at that, guys. You see the little seeds in there? It's okay. I don't mind them. I was gonna buy a regular one, but the regular giant watermelon seemed like it was just too much, and it was like $6, and this was $3, so it was half the price, or maybe it was like 3 something. But I thought this was probably a better deal, even though I love watermelon. But I think too much is too much. Let's see. Let me get a smaller knife or something to scoop it out. I'll just get a smaller knife. So anyway, my dad was saying that we need to plant them in the ground. He said to dig down at least 12 inches, at least twice the size of the pot, and the pot is 6 inches. So he said to dig down 12 inches and 12 inches wide. So we have to make a big hole in 3 of them, actually. So that's gonna maybe not all get done all in one day. So we'll see. We were thinking about calling someone to come and help us with that. So we might, I don't know, we might do that, who knows. Anyway, so he said to do that and then to use organic potting soil and put that in the bottom 6 inches, and then put the plant in and then fill it in with more of that, and then the dirt that we dug out on the sides. And then he also said, because we use well water, he said to use the city water and not the well water, because you know the calcium, there's too much calcium in there for the rose bushes. So they all need a little cleaner water. So that's what he told us to do. So that's what we're going to do. So we got potting soil, and then I even got some rose plant food to put into the soil to mix in there while we're planting them. I'm just going to cut this up into little bite-sized chunky bits so that you know they're not too big and a little easier to eat. Look at that, I'm so careful with it. Now what kind of roses they are, I don't know, because I'm not very familiar with roses. Well, I'm not even familiar with too much with roses anyway, so I couldn't even tell you a name of a rose bush. But you know, I want one. And what my husband and I are doing is we're just trying to read up on everything that we can, the plants that we choose, rather than just going out and just buying a whole bunch of plants and then thinking, oh, we're gonna plant them and see how they survive. We're being a little more careful because we want them to survive, and we want to plant things the proper way that they ask to be done. At least, even if it's just information from my dad, because my dad has a nice little garden. And hey, you guys, do y'all want a little tour of my dad's garden, how it's doing now? It's getting a little hot, so but I've already asked him and he said that would be okay. So would you all like to see a little tour of his garden so you can see his little plants? Oh, and he does these planters, and some of them he sold, but he still has some there that he's put together, and a little tree, well, not a tree, it's a birdhouse that he put in a post. Would you like to see that? I'll do that for you for next week. I don't know why I'm rinsing my hand, because I'm going to put it back in there. Okay, it's got lots of juice in there, you guys. I'm trying not to cut this up, you know, because I want to use this as my bowl. I'm going to put the fruit back in there. Maybe I need a spoon now. Let me just use this one. Okay. Okay. Bring that out. If you want to use like a little melon baller, probably that'd be a better idea, but I don't have one. I know I had one, but I know not too long ago I reorganized my drawers. You know, fixed up all the, you know, those little, you know, you buy all these little gadgets and then they all just end up in a drawer. So I have to do like a, you know, thinking about things really well. Do I use this? Should I even bother keeping it? And some things, you know, they just got old in there, so I threw them out. And I don't remember the melon baller that I used to have. And so I don't remember organizing it in there. So otherwise, if I did, I would grab it. I'm just going to pour out this little juice in here. Okay. I think that's good enough, what I've removed from there. I haven't even tasted it. It's actually pretty good. I've gotten sometimes, these little personal size ones, and they have absolutely no flavor. But this one actually has a watermelon-y flavor. Let's see. Just to be sure. It's just a quality check. I'm actually going to put this over to the side because I want to put my fruit in there. Okay, hold on. That in there. Also, I may be cutting into this video a little bit, some parts, because it would be too long. Alright, let's get into this one. I'm going to cut right here actually, because you don't need to see me me cutting the watermelon. And I'll be back. Alright everyone, I wanted to show you the candy and the peanuts that I'm going to put in there. These are the tamarindo straws, and there's 4 in the large packet, so they're individually packed. So this is really nice because once you open it, if you only need to use one, the others are still wrapped. And so I've only opened up 2 of them because I think I'm going to make 2 fruit bowls. Take one over to my mom's. This pulparin that I showed you, or pulparindo, that's what it looks up close up. I took a little bit of that. But I've opened up only 4, and then my little gummy bears. Look at them, they look so pretty. I've opened up those, and then that little lollipop. Look at that, that looks so good. That's all that sugar, you know, on there, on the little edges when they poured it over. Look at that. And then these Japanese style peanuts. They're pretty cool. They have like a little outer shell to them. I don't know how they produce that, but that's the candy. And as you can see, I've got 2 empty watermelon bowls there. Let me come around and continue cutting up. I'll go ahead and down my grapes. Look at all the watermelon that I got out of that. There's one little watermelon. It seems like more than what would actually come out of there. Okay, so then I also got the grapes, and I actually cut them in half. You don't have to cut them in half. And I didn't use that big bunch that I had here. I only used like maybe 1/3 of that. Put the rest of it away because my husband likes the fruit, but he doesn't necessarily like the candy and the chili and the chamoy. He doesn't really like that. He just likes fresh fruit. So I'm actually gonna separate some of this for him, and then I'm gonna make, you know, 2 little fruit bowls, one for myself. Actually, even the melon, I cut it up in little slices, and then took out the pieces off the skin, and then I cut them into little cubey pieces as well, like I did the watermelon. So I want to save this other half because you could actually go ahead and scoop it out, you know, cut into it and scoop it out, just like the watermelon. And then you could also use the little melon part here, as your little bowl if you wanted a smaller, you know, amount, or, you know, you have it, so why not make a bowl? And then you don't have to be worrying about washing dishes. When you're done, you just throw it all away. Put it in your compost. Oh my God, I'm choking. Excuse me. Okay, let me drink some water here. My husband was taking a nap, and he woke up, and he came in here, and he passed by me, behind me. I was very quiet, I was doing everything. He passes by me behind me, he goes into the fridge, he comes over here, starts picking at the grapes, and then he comes over here and he's talking to me, and I'm like, oh, by the way, you're on camera. He's like, what? I wasn't recording, I just thought I'd give him a little trick there. Trick him a little bit. Okay, but he's out there now. He's digging right now. It's almost 6 p.m. guys. Okay, so I'm going to cut the ends of my cucumber. And then I'm actually going to cut off all the skin off of them. But you know what? I'm going to cut it into like 1 and 2, like that. Okay? And then I'm going to slice off all the skin. If that's interesting, or get what I'm doing here. And a lot of people don't like the little seeds in the middle, but I don't mind them, actually. And I actually don't even mind a little bit of the skin. But we're going to take off as much as I can. So I'm just going to take a little bit off the bottom here. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is just a little bit. I'm going to go in with my knife. I'm not going to go too deep. Just take out some of the middle. I don't want to go all the way down because we're going to make like a little cup here. A little cucumber cup. Let me get closer so you can see. Come around this way. Is it in camera? There we go. A little cup. See that? The bottom is not cut into. So that's what I'm going to form. So I'm going to do 3 of those. Hopefully successfully. Put them over to the side here. Okay. The one that I don't mind cutting up the pineapple, actually. I pretty much do it the same way that I'm doing the cucumber. But I do have one of those pineapple things that the core that you push in and then you twist. It's got the little blades that swirl around in there. But that's a really small pineapple. And the last time I tried it, a little tiny thing like that, it just tore the whole thing up. But it would be cute just to go ahead and also like dig out everything out of it and use that as a bowl or a cup, if you will, for your fruit. I'm not going to worry about that too much. Okay, so sprinkle that out of there. Now you could do this, or you could just, you know, peel it and then cut little cucumber slices. So I think I'll do that. I should have done the cup out of this bigger one. That's okay. I'm going to cut that one up and just slice it. So I'm going to go ahead and just do 2 cups. I'll put 1 in each bowl. I want to do a cute little presentation. I don't care what mine looks like because, you know, I'm just going to eat it here at home. But I texted my sister-in-law to find out if she was working today because, you know, my husband took the day off. It's Good Friday. I don't know if I mentioned that. The Friday before Easter. So my husband's been off the whole day. It's a 3-day weekend for him. But I don't know if she did. I mean, you know. So I was texting her to see if she's at work or what time she gets off. I keep thinking that today's Saturday, but it's Friday. Especially since I had my husband, we're, you know, running around doing things like we do on Saturday. Go have breakfast. And then I went to the Dollar Tree. I want to thank y'all very much for your comments. You're very kind, very nice. Thank you so very much. It makes me very happy that you're happy with what you're getting from me. I don't just want to like be like, well, this is my channel, I'll do whatever I want. I'll do what I can, is what I'm going to say. But I want to make you happy, and I want to do things that you like to see. Now, there may be things that I can't do, but I'm going to give it my best to do what you guys want to see. I know that someone asked for me to do chilaquiles, so I'm going to do chilaquiles for this coming Friday, for this coming week. So I hope I don't forget that. That's going to be the recipe for that day. And I don't know what else I can think of, but I'm trying to follow, like if y'all suggest something, I'm trying to follow along with that. And I also want to thank you. Well, especially, let me finish the thought. Why I'm thanking you is because, you know, this past project that I put up on this, that went up this morning for you guys, or actually, you'll be watching this Saturday night, Sunday. So the one that you watched on Friday morning, where I did the lighted butterfly box, I had created that earlier in the week, and my camera, I don't know where, basically the whole most important part of the whole thing is showing you how to do it. The camera wasn't even recording, guys. I was so happy about doing that project, like it was turning out so cute and the idea. But then it wasn't recording, so I was really upset about it. But I had also already had recorded my husband and I cooking, so I said, you know what? Because I was getting like really frustrated and feeling really lazy, and Monday came and I didn't want to do the video. And I said, you know what? I'm going to trade the videos. I'm going to trade the food on Tuesday and the craft for Friday, because it was upsetting, but it was a little bit, I don't know, kind of brought me down a little bit. I don't know why it affected me that way, but also, you know, I guess, you know, you get tired, or I don't know what was going on with me. We'll just say it was old lady paws, okay? 50-something year lady paws. But I just felt really down about it. So when I redid it, it actually turned out to be pretty good, because I ended up putting lights in it, and it didn't have lights before. And actually, the one that I made after came out a little bit better, at least in my opinion. They were both cute, but the thing was, the other one was in that butterfly shaped box, and the chances of you guys finding that butterfly shaped box are kind of, you know, maybe not possible. And then, you know, I want to do something where the item that I'm using is not necessarily that same exact item, but you can find something else like it. So a box, you know, just a square rectangular box, you know, a shoe box or whatever, will be easy to find. So that's what I wanted to do. Those little boxes, I think they may have had them earlier there at Dollar Tree, and they sold pretty well, because when I grabbed it, there was hardly any of them. So even today, when I was in there, a lot of the Easter stuff is gone, and I think that's part of maybe their Easter, maybe Mother's Day, I don't know, but a lot of that's kind of gone, or spring maybe. And they're putting out, you know, graduation stuff. So I want to thank you, because your comments, you know, I was getting really kind of down about it, and I was feeling like, this is too many excuses. And I wasn't feeling good. I didn't put up a video. This happened or that happened. You're not going to get a video this week. And just kind of happening lately. So I was feeling a little down about myself. So your comments really, really inspired me, to the point where I was inspired to think of a new idea. So I have a cute idea. Let me wash my hands because they're sticky. I can't stand the sticky feeling. Okay. A cute idea to do the next craft. So I got my supplies from Dollar Tree, and I went to Walmart also. I hate cutting up a mango because I never slice it up right, you guys. I would love to do it. You know how they do it in the streets of Mexico, and I don't know if you've ever seen the videos where they're cutting up the mango. They're just slicing into it, like on the sides, and they're going, you know, from the top to the bottom, and it just kind of like opens up a little bit, and it's like a petal, like a flower, and they put it on like a skewer, like a wooden skewer, a popsicle stick, so you're holding it, and then they put lime and chili all over it. Oh, they're so creative. I mean, gosh. I mean, that's where you know that people really love their business, because they're not just saying, okay, well, here's some mango and chop that up, and here's some chile in a cup. I mean, they went through the trouble of, let me create something interesting out of this mango. You know, somebody did. Somebody came up with that idea. And, you know, there's other people saying, I want to do it that way too, and I want to provide that. So I think it's really nice when people who have their own business, or, you know, they come up with all these creative ideas of selling you things, and they're not really selling it to you for like a lot extra, because they do it so quickly and so fast from so much practice. I don't know, unless you live somewhere like in California or somewhere where everything's really expensive. I don't know. Okay. But like when we go into Mexico, well, I haven't gone to Mexico in a while, but I remember when I was younger, we'd go in there. It's because it's right on the border. We're right on the border. Just to go in there and you know, get stuff from the street vendors. Corn, oh my gosh. How should I do my mango? Let me do like little long slices. I was going to cube it, but I think just to make the shapes different in my bowl, just to make it look pretty. How many of y'all like papaya? Let's be real. I don't like the way it smells, you guys, so I can't. I know papaya is supposed to be like really good for you. And maybe one of these days, and I've had it in a fruit bowl actually when we were in California visiting my older son when he was in the Marines. We had gone to California, and I had a fruit bowl over there, and they had papaya, and at the time I was like, what is this? I didn't even think, oh, it's papaya, right? And then I was tasting it, and I go, it tastes like feet. And I didn't like that part, but I had the mango and the jicama, and I paid a lot for it. And it had a lot of papaya, and I was kind of like, well, geez, I paid a lot of money, and I'm not even eating this part, but nobody liked it. So is it just me and a couple of other people? My parents will eat it. I'm like, no problem. But I guess, you know, because they grew up, you know, eating it and whatnot, to them it's delicious. And I don't know, maybe they put a little bit of something in there, I don't know. Okay, I'm almost done with this mango. I bought 2 of them, but I'm only going to use one because I decided to save the other one for a salsa. So I just made like a pico de gallo, but instead of adding cilantro, I would add tomato, the onions, the chili peppers, which is a jalapeno or a serrano pepper, chop everything up, and, you know, add a little bit of salt, a little bit of lime juice in there. I want to taste this. Then I would also cut up just like I did this, little slivers, but then cut it into little cubes and throw it into my pico, so it's mango salsa. I don't have any cilantro because I forgot to get that, but that's what I'm going to do for tomorrow. Okay. And if I remember, I'll videotape it, because I'm telling my husband, gosh, so many times I make all these different things, and I should be videotaping them and just giving it to you however it comes out, because sometimes we create something really good, you know, we come up with something. Okay, I think I've cut up everything. Oh, I haven't done the pineapple, you guys. You know what? I'm going to cut the camera for a little bit, give it a little bit of a rest, and then I'll be back. I'll probably get started on the pineapple. All I'm going to do is cut the top, cut at the bottom, and then I'm going to lay it flat, and then cut off the sides, and then cut it up into slivers, and then, you know, cut on the outside because I don't want the middle part, the core of it. So it's like I'm coring an apple basically. But I'm gonna cut the slices and cut around, and also cut little cubes of that. So I'll show you what that's like. I'm not gonna use that core, like I said. My husband's staring at me through the window, so I think he wants me to go outside and look at what he's doing and give him the thumbs up. I'll be back. All right, you guys, this is what he called me outside for, actually. The bird of paradise has bloomed. Look at this flower. It's so beautiful. Look at that. I can see why it's called bird of paradise. So I was out there for a while looking at things and left my pineapple here because he wanted me to come out there and look. And I thought, you know, because he made it look like it was something really serious, and I was like, oh, what? First I thought he was going to say, is this where you want the plant? Which rose bush do you want in here? And he goes, come here, I need you to look at this. I was like, oh shoot, something bad? He goes, yeah, it's real bad. So, it's not April Fool's. But anyway, he tricked me, guys, because all he wanted to do was show me the bird of paradise. But I was already prepared because, you know, something always has to go wrong. Okay. Cutting up this fruit. I'm just cutting up these little dark bits. I don't really like those because it's not fun to bite into that part. Little eyes. Pineapple is staring at you. Okay, I got one bit more here. And then when you valley, you just got little bits. It's got the like little, I don't know what the little prickly parts are, little fuzzies, but they look like little insect, I couldn't think, bug, insect legs sticking out. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's continue with this. I'm gonna cut it like that. Make it easy on myself. I remember when as a kid, you know, we used to get a slice of pineapple like that and then just chew all the way around it and just leave that part in the middle. Sometimes I chew in the middle part. How many of you guys does this happen to where with pineapple or even pecans, because this happens to me with pecans also, when you're having fresh pineapple, does it make your tongue like nummy, like a little numb? Do you think that's the pineapple not wanting you to eat it? I don't know. This little part. Oh my gosh. Even the core is delicious on this, guys. It's very juicy, very flavorful. I see why they call it a honey pineapple. I'm running out of room on my platter here. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna finish cutting up this and maybe the melon as well. And yeah, I'll go ahead and cut that too so I can put some of this fruit away in my fridge, and I'm gonna use a little bit for my 2 bowls. So I'll be back when I'm getting ready to put it all together, okay? All right, everyone, I've got all my fruit cut up. So I think it's time to start putting one of these bowls together. I want to make something really nice and really pretty. I'm going to wrap it up and take it over to my mom. And then, of course, I got another one over here that I'm going to do for myself. And I'm going to have a lot of fruit left over. Let me show you this big old platter of fruit that I have cut up. So it's 1 pineapple, now it's a small little pineapple, a cantaloupe, a nice large mango, there's 2 limes, a nice thick cucumber that I made into these little cups, and then I have some slices over here, and then a bunch of grapes that I halved right here. And then, of course, we have our watermelon. There we go. I just dropped something. Let me pick that up. I went ahead and I dug out for some toothpicks, but then I remembered that I had these little umbrellas, these little picks. I bought this package at the Dollar Tree last year when they had a whole bunch of like little Hawaiian things for a Hawaiian party for the summer, and I think they've had them the year before. So that might be something that they might get again. But you can find these like, you know, little party section. I broke that one. Oh, put it back together, right? Please, please. Ah, I forgot how to open these. Well, you got to push the little cardboard piece in there. I'm not going to give up. I actually did break this. Did I? No, I didn't. There's a little thing here that holds both pieces together. Isn't that strange? Let me open up another one. Haha. Fail. But anyway, there's the little umbrella. Opened up. That's not bad. I'm going to stick it on the side anyway. Okay, let me open up another one and hopefully it doesn't break on me. Goodness. Isn't that something when you want to use something and then it just... What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop it open like that and then push it rather than try to push it while it's still. Oop, I don't want to push it all the way because then it does that. Just a little bit. Look at the cute little umbrella against the white. Look at that. That'll be cute stuck in some of the fruit. All right, let's put this together. I'm going to put some watermelon, a little bit of melon, pineapple, grapes, mango. Try to make it look pretty, okay? And then I'm going to situate my little cucumber cup in here. You know what? I'm going to get the camera, bring it down so that you can see this a little closer. See what I'm putting together. And I just put it in a bowl, but it's sitting pretty good. It stands just fine. It's a little bit, you know, a little bit of an angle, but that's okay. It just makes it cute. But I put it in a bowl just for now, just to keep it from actually rolling off the whole counter. But let me bring the camera down. Okay. Get some watermelon in there. That's our base. Let's get some of this melon in there as well. My hands are clean, you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and use this, or use them, to pour some of this melon in there. little nest going in there. I want to put that cucumber in there as well. So let me see, let me make a little spot there for it. Right there. Some melon, some pineapple around it, make it look really pretty. Some more watermelon. Oh my goodness. I feel like my mom's gonna eat this all up by herself. I'm gonna make a separate little package with just some fresh fruit because I think my dad would probably enjoy it without the candy. Not only that, but it has a lot of salt in there and I really don't wanna give him any of that. Although there's a lot of sugar in here with the watermelon and that's not, you know, so great for him either. So I'll just do some in a little separate little bowl and let's see what my mom decides of what he can have. I'm gonna stand up these melons just because, I mean these mango slices, because I think they look cool kind of standing up out of the bowl. And I'm just gonna build upon that. And let's get some of this cucumber on the sides here, kind of poking out. We're just gonna decorate it and make it look as pretty as we can. And some of these half grapes. I don't want to forget the grapes. Put some pretty green in there. More of the pineapple. Maybe I think I'm going to cut some of this mango. I already washed and put away the other. It's in the sink, but in order not to walk over, I'm just going to cut it right here. Actually, I need a cutting board. Okay. There we go. I'm going to cut up some of the mango into little pieces like that and drop them in there, here and there. I think I'm going to drop some in the cucumber, right in there. A little cup can hold that. These little pieces of mango, cut them up. Use the prettier ones. I'm going to make her bowl really pretty. And then I'll just tuck these in under there so she can get a flavor of mango. A little bit more over here. I think that's looking really pretty. Okay. More melon. What am I forgetting? I think I've pretty much put everything in there. More grapes in there. Let's get another end. That one has that little brown bit on the end. Make it pretty. Look at that. Okay, so now let me get some lime and squeeze so that lime juice will go down into the fruit and on our cucumber like that. This will look great served in a bowl as well. You don't have to use the little watermelon halves, especially if you cut like a big old watermelon. It'd be great for a party if you made a big, like if you cut the watermelon rather than cutting it in half, you know, with it, like, you know, hold it if it's what is the word that I'm looking for? Oblong or oval. Instead of cutting it right down the middle, cut it like a sandwich, open it up, scoop things out, and then cut up and make a nice big Mexican Fiesta Fruit Bowl for a party. Cinco de Mayo's coming up, guys. Why not for that? Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that. Cinco de Mayo coming up, and look at me, I'm making this. Okay. I feel like I want to put a little bit more mango in there. My mom loves mango. Mango. That's how we say it in Espanol. I remember one time I was doing a craft and I was using tulle, but I say tulle because that's just the way that I know to pronounce it, tulle. And someone said they didn't like the way I pronounced it. And I thought, well, geez, I'm sorry, but if you said it in French, tulle, the Spanish is pretty close, so I think tulle is closer than tulle. Look at how pretty that looks, all the colors. Okay, so now we want to put some of this candy in there. And I'm going to put one of these tamarindo straws in there. I'm going to cut this one in half. Little piece coming out this way. know my mom probably doesn't care too much for, oh, you know what I also got that I'm gonna put on mine. Let me just pull it out. But just for the heck of dressing things, I got myself a coconut popsicle, you guys. So I'm gonna put it in the fruit cup as well. Maybe I'll cut up some of that in little pieces. Let me think. I kind of want to share it with my mom, but I don't think it'll look pretty broken up. She loves coconut. Maybe I will cut it up. That's what I'm going to do, because it will look pretty standing. So I'm going to create the other bowl for myself and put it on that one just so you can see the two bowls. Let me cut more of this. But then I'm going to pull out the coconut popsicle and let's put that there just for the fun of it. I don't know where to put the candy. I don't know if my mom even wants this candy, so I'm just putting a little bit, but I am going to put more of the peanuts. Here we go. I have regular Spanish peanuts, so I think that's good. And then I'm going to put some of these little gummy bears in there as well. Make it look pretty. I'm going to put a little gummy bear in this little cucumber cup so it looks extra pretty. I don't think she's going to care too much for the candy, but that's what I'm going to put on it. Sorry, Mom. I'm going to put, actually I'm going to put this one that supposedly broke on me, like that in there. And I can put another one over here. Oh, that's so pretty, guys. Oh my goodness. Should I put another mango spear coming out of it? I feel like there could be room because there isn't. Okay, that's fine. Okay, now we're gonna sprinkle some of this tahini. You know why I want to share that coconut with my mom? Because I'm gonna feel guilty. Not only that, but I'm saving this lollipop for myself. So, okay, and then we get some of this chamoy, and we just drizzle it on top. We try to make it look pretty. I don't want to get it on, you know what, let me get the umbrellas off so we don't get any of that on there. I opened it up. Yeah, it's open. Let's see, there we go. Drizzle. I think it looks beautiful. I don't know what you guys are thinking about this, especially those of you who are not used to seeing something like this or even tasting this. You're probably thinking, oh my God, that looks like a big old mess. But for those of us who are used to this, oh my gosh, this is, let me push this in a little bit further. There we go. Put that on here. That looks so pretty to me. You guys, look at that. Okay, I'm gonna finish up the other one and I shall be back. All right, everyone, I have completed my second bowl. And look at this. I put the popsicle right in there. Doesn't that look delicious? I mean, I just want to bite right into that and get some of that fruit. So let me go ahead and do that, even though I've been already tasting it. I already know what it tastes like. Now, is this my hair or my cat's hair? I don't know. All right. Mmm. So good, so delicious. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna put this one in the fridge. I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, cut up this little popsicle, put some in there, wrap it up with some saran wrap or something, and immediately take it over to my mom's house. I bagged her some extra fruit for my dad because I don't think he can eat the chili now. That's too much salt. And then I've got fruit left over here, so we can have some of this tomorrow. My husband can have fresh fruit also if he wants. And of course I've got my little chile for some other occasion, and I can add some more into this. So what do you think? Did you learn something? This is a little, I'm gonna call it my Mexican Fiesta Fruit Bowl. That's what I'm gonna call it, you guys. Look at how beautiful. It looks so delicious, and I think it would look awesome in a big half of a watermelon or two set aside in a buffet table with food. Little scoops of, you know, some spoons or something to scoop some of the fruit out of there. For your guests, it would be a great party thing to do, or if you just want to make a small one for yourself. Of course, there's a lot of fruit that you have to cut up. If you don't want to cut it up, And you can go ahead and get yourself maybe some that are already cut up. They're a little expensive, that's why I prefer to do it myself. Plus I have fruit left over if you want to freeze some of it. Bag it up, stick it in your freezer. But you could also, even if you want to do canned, you know, just try some canned. If you want to try some of this little bit of chile or the chamoy. If you're not into spicy stuff, go ahead and leave the chile out, but you might want to try the chamoy. Let me hold it up close to the camera so that you can see these two bottles close up. Okay, here is the tahine. That's what that looks like. Now, like I said, it doesn't have to be this brand. Okay, that's just the popular brand. Okay, and then this is chamoy. That's the word right there, chamoy. But it comes in different forms. It might even come like in a little candy bottle that you kind of squeeze. It's got like a little tip to it, you know, for the kids to have just a little serving of it. So you might find it that way, or you may even find it in a big, huge bottle. So that's it. Those are the two items that I used. I do recommend that you try it, even if you just try just a little bit. Even if you just try it on some watermelon or a little bit of mango. You can try one of the two fruits. Just try something different. Venture out. And of course, for some of you that you can't have too much salt, like I said, leave that out. Okay, so I'm going to give myself a big old thumbs up. I hope that you too will give me a big old thumbs up. I hope you enjoyed my little vlog of making some fruit that I was craving. And of course, I'll show you the rest of what happens to our rose bushes, because I think it was a little bit too much work for my husband. So we're going to let him continue tomorrow, and I'll vlog a little bit of that to show you how that ends up looking and when it's all finally done. But anyway, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Like I said, leave a nice comment down below and hit that little notification bell. I put videos every Tuesday and every Friday, and of course once in a while I'll throw in one of these type of vlogs. This is probably going to go out for Saturday, tomorrow. So I hope you enjoyed it. Share on your social medias, and as always, enjoy. Alright, you guys, so I went over to my parents' house and I took them the fruit bowl, and they were really happy and excited about it. And where I thought I was taking them a great gift, I ended up receiving a gift from them. So let me show you what that is. Alright everyone, look at this. He made this cute double birdhouse. It's on this little plank right here, and it's two of them. And they can be put on a post or wherever we want. He actually made this in request for my husband, because my husband, I think, was kidding that he wanted one in a barn red. So he made him that. But he said we could also cut it in half and do two of them separately, or put them together, put them on a post or wherever we wanted. But isn't that cool? That's my dad for you. That's the stuff that he does. So cute.